Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the day ahead report, and here we're looking at the US 30 on a 30-minute chart, and we've seen the market push up quite strongly here. I'm not sure if it was based on the Obama's said the agreement on the budget negotiations could be reached, or if it was the ADP figures that we were discussing yesterday. But either way, we've seen this market push up, and we were tracking this little ABC correction here. That's what we were looking for, and that's been into play. And now we appear to be getting an impulse wave to the upside here quite nicely. So looking at this here, this does count quite nicely on as a 5-wave structure to the upside for wave 1, and wave 2 coming back through to here counts nicely up for wave 3. Or this can just be wave 1 coming up through here, but either way it's positive, and you can see that it's running out of steam here at the moment. If we look at that on a smaller chart here, on a 2-minute chart for instance, we can see the sharp push up in quite a nice impulse wave to the upside. And if this is a wave 3 moving to the upside, then we'll see a 38.2 retracement level come in, which would bring us down pretty close down back into this sort of area through here, which is pretty close to the 13,000 as well. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes, but a positive move there, and back above the 13,000 as expected. The S&P 500 is much the same as well on the 4-hour chart in this particular case, looking for a ABC correction coming back into the 1400, which it's found. We thought that it could have moved further down here actually, but there you go. We knew that it was a headline driven week ahead of us with well, employment rates and manufacturing ahead of us. So look, if this closes, if the daily close on the cash market is above the 1413, then we'll have a positive outcome for this as well here. So everything's been going quite nicely on track. So this is the sort of patterns we'll see across the other markets as well. So when we look into the UK market here, we were looking for support on subgroup 2 here, which it's found, and then a push up higher as well, chipping away at supply at the 5.9, which would be the September-October highs that we talked about last time as well. So continuing to edge higher, but it'll be in a bit of a rough diamond type of pattern, moving to the upside because there's so much selling pressure there as well. It'll be same with the DAX and same with the Australian market as well. The Australian market, I wasn't quite sure how far this would pull back, and unless it makes a new high above here, then this move is still a rally, and a rally is a corrective move. So making a new high above here would see further highs as well. There's a couple of things here. Is that the 4,500 is a strong number. 500 is 5 second strongest number. So it's possible to see further corrective patterns through here. There was buying yesterday in our market. We can see, excuse me, it's, just having a look at you can see here on the cash market. You can see that we've got a higher volume with a move to the upside. So that's a positive outcome here, but it's still dancing around the 4,500 here. So there'll also be supply up the top here as well. So we just got to see how the move up meets the supply today within all of this. So there's another two sort of subtle points here. The 45.30 is the top of group 1, so a nice solid support on top of that certainly helps the case for further upside. I just know that the selling pressure through here, and this could certainly roll back over here. And Thursdays are known for, in a bull market, for opening higher and closing lower during the day. So you need to be careful about that and make sure that you've got really good support. As this moves strongly coming up, moving up strongly through here, just as we've seen on the US markets on the 2-minute chart, that will fold over and come back down. So it's likely for this to do much the same as well. So we really need to wait for the pullback in here. This markets are trends and corrections of different degrees. So we need that retest of this current move up. We need to see that retest come into play and develop support there. So maybe a little bit of patience through here before going long there. The copper market is still firmly around the 365, so let's have a look at that. Okay, the copper market here, which is really central to base metals and the Australian story, so to speak, and it's had a slight sort of correction at the 365 and still sort of pushing higher here, but still expect, it's got that, this is a strong part in the trend here, isn't it? And this this sort of corrective overlapping wave structures is a weakness. But it is pushing up, but it's weak as well. Yes, it's pushed up strongly because of the news last night. But still, for our purposes, is that it's positive and it is edging to the upside, and it could be corrective. But even if it does have corrections, even finding support back on here, that's why I've left it there. We should still see more upside to come, and that's the that's a positive story for that particular trend. Looking at BHP in the US, I think this is interesting now too, because you can see that it's starting to really sort of get up there now on that 72 line, isn't it? So it's getting it's getting support there. So that's a strong thing, and we're also seeing some strength come out of China now as well. This is the Shanghai market here. The comp, and we see this volume coming in through here. Yes, it could be short-lived volume like we seen over here as well, but I do like it because the fact that it's really making an effort to stick to this 2000 level here, which in return offers the Australian market a stronger edge as well. So that's coming in nicely there. So we'll just we'll watch that play out in terms of its structure. There may be another push to the downside, because we could see this move down through here, perhaps as wave 1, and back for wave 2 here. Now we may have wave 3, 4 and 5 here and be completed here, or this may be the wave 4 here, and then we see one more low, and then we see the market move up. So it's doing all the right things in establishing a low, be it this one or one more, and we'll just see how that plays out. But anyway, positive, good news from that side of the fence. Okay, the oil market, essentially just sort of following stock, but obviously not following stock enough to create a move back up through here, but at the same time still dancing around the 88 here. So let's just stay with this while this corrective pattern here continues to unfold. Once it's complete, it will find support on the 88 and move up from that point there. So still a bit more further development there. The gold market is still heading to the downside, and unless this market finds this move down through here can be counted in two ways, really. It can be counted as an A wave down to here, a B wave to here, and a C wave coming down to here and finishing just about where it is now. That's one way of looking at this. But to confirm that, we would have to see a move come back up above the 1720. Okay, so we're a little way off to be able to confirm that situation. So we have to stay with the direction of the trend, which as counted here, can still have further downside. Now, obviously, it's trading under the 1700, the closest largest number, so the bias is bearish, and we can follow this count to the downside. If that's the case, we can see it coming much further down here as well. So, we'll see shortly. But it'd be nice to see what it does with the 1700 if it rejects that or not. So, a bit of a tricky one, really, on this one. We just need to get the market to unfold further so we can pick up and get back to one count rather than sort of having two counts. a little bit like the Australian dollar as well. That's got a couple of counts as well to it. So it's really important to trade the smaller degrees of structure and shorter trends. So using the sort of sub levels for a while until we can work out the larger picture there. Alrighty, let's have a look at FX. Okay, starting with the US dollar here, and we're looking for wave 1 to complete down to this point, and then wave 2, and then wave 3. So when we get this wave 3 coming down through here, we'll see stocks really push up strongly. So it's really a matter of nailing this wave 1 here and working through wave 2, and then understanding the next bit here. So in looking at this low here, there's a couple of ways to count that, but the first one is that we've got down for 1, back for 2, 3, 4, and 5. That counts quite nicely. So in this structure coming from wave 4 here down to wave 5 here, we need to count 5 waves in that, and that's possible, but you could also count it, this being a third here and a fourth here and a fifth down, one more low to come into play down here before we get this ABC correction here as well. So it's a little bit tricky, so we'll just use the sub levels for this. So just looking at on the 1 hour chart here, considering this being the low in place down here as the 5 wave structures for wave 1 here, and looking at this as being a wave 2 move back up through here. So it does appear that we've got like a little impulse wave up through here, so we'll see a corrective move back in here. If the price stays within group 2 here and eventually finds support on the 70, 79, 72 here, then we'll see another leg to the upside here. So then we'll know we'll be in wave 2, and if this pushes up through here, that's going to place pressure on commodities and currencies and indices and so forth. So just be aware of that. So this 79, 72 here will be a really good line in the sand to be long or short in other markets. If it sort of fails from here and this becomes a resistance and we see one more low come in through here, then we'll see it raise from that level there. So there's a couple of ways to count this through here. As I've got it this way, but there is other ways as well. So just a little bit tricky nailing this little guy, but we'll just stay with this being in place now and this moving up through here. So the euro would be doing the sort of mirror opposite, if you like. So I haven't got this label on this large chart here, but essentially we're looking for the move up through to here, a move back, perhaps into 129 here, and then a move up there. This will be the top of a third wave here. So if we have a look at that here, then this is sort of how it looks really. So we've got up for 1 in brackets, back for 2, then we've got the third wave up, which will be 5 waves, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. Looking there, so we're trying to look at that top there as well. But once if that's wave 5 of wave 3 there, then we'll see wave 4 pull back. Wave 4 can pull back the 38.2 retracement level of wave 3, which would be into here somewhere, around the one, in this sort of area through here. So we just need to be aware about aware of this. This is also the first high above the level, so it's normally the 5th wave, which would be correct, and it's also the same if we drill in here a little bit as well. So drilling into the 15-minute chart here. Looking at what we were looking at yesterday, we're looking for the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then the correction unfolding. And the correction unfolding in the first instance normally stays within the group 2 here and group 1 up here as well, with the 131, the largest number here, as the balance line. Yes, this move down here appears to be in 5 waves, so we should see some sort of rally back up, another move back up through to here perhaps, then to roll over down through here. So if you're going to short this market, you'll be looking for the 1030.72 as the resistance, and then building in the trade to the downside. So maybe down to 129 as mentioned, but of course it would be up against the 130 to start with. So yeah, look, if this drops out of group 2 here, finds the 72 as resistance, you know what to expect. At least expect another leg of this length through here as the US dollar pushes to the upside, add to that there. If not, if this market's going to move up, well then it's still going to be range bound in between Group 2 and Group 1 here, so not a lot of movements there. The Australian market as well. There's a couple of ways to count all of this, but in the bigger picture and in a couple of different degrees actually. So we'll just stay within what we do know, and if this 72 here, in this case here, this subgroup 2 area here, if the price can get back up here and find support on that, then we go along from that point and we'll be heading up above the 105 there. This is kind of a nice large correction here, so this will act as the foundation, the basis for the next trend to the upside, so quite a nice one. We're kind of considering this a fourth wave in here as well because of the strength of this move here, possibly being a third wave to the upside here and a fourth here. But we do need to want to be on top of the supply here, not under it. That's too much exposure to have, not worth the risk. So do wait for that to unfold there. Alrighty, well that's it. So just to sort of recap a little bit, the employment figures that came out of the US last night, the ADP figures, the private employment figures, were positive for November. So that does give a good lead in for the non-farm payrolls on the Friday. So we should see a bullish trend around the Friday and the Monday. So just look for setups in that sort of direction. But as always, make sure you know what price point to work off. And yeah, alrighty. Well, good morning and good luck.